Hey, what is going on, you rotated Rose Raid? Today I'm talking about Clefairy EX, and not just as a tech card to one-hit KO Dragapult, but it's the whole deck. That's right, Quad Clefairy EX. And I'm sure a lot of y'all are wondering, Azul, why is the pincer in the deck? I can hear y'all type in the comments right now. Before I get to the pincer though, gotta give a big shout out to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the content I make here on the YouTube channel with the live streams and as a competitor in the Pokemon TCG space. So huge shout out to Dragon Shield, check them out. They got a ton of premium gaming accessories, but of course, I'm a huge fan of their sleeves. I personally prefer the matte style of sleeves. They got some new colors out now, the amber and the, not going to try and pronounce it because I always mess up the pronunciation, but if you're looking for some other recommendations for sleeve colors, I also like the tangerines and the magentas. They got a wide range of sleeve types and colors to choose from. So check them out, dragonshield.com. Link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So Clefairy EX, 190 HP, Fairy Zone ability. The weakness of your opponent's dragon Pokemon in play is now Psychic. So Clefairy has been a very popular tech card in a lot of decks as an answer to Dragapult. Dragapult is the big dragon Pokemon in the format. Very powerful deck, maybe the best deck in the format. So making it weak to Psychic and then knocking it out with the Clefairy, or if you like play Clefairy in Gardevoir EX, then you can use your Gardevoir EX, is pretty good. So that's cool. Its attack though, Full Moon Rondo, isn't bad in general. For Psychic and a Colossus, it does 20 damage, and then 20 more damage for each benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent. So we are an Area 0 deck. So we can do on our side of the field 180 damage, and then on our opponent's side of the field, you know, if they have one bench Pokemon, we're looking at 200 damage. Two bench Pokemon, 220. Most decks in the format have to bench a decent amount of Pokemon. Like I said, up against Dragapult or even Raging Bolt, we're going to one-hit KO them because they are Dragon-type Pokemon. But then stuff like Ogerpons and Squawkabillies and Pheasantippities are pretty easy to take out as well, as long as we have a full bench on our side of the field. Now, you might be thinking, Azul, a 2-prize Pokemon that doesn't always guaranteed one-hit KO our opponent's active multi-prize Pokemon doesn't seem very good, especially because we also have to set the thing up. It takes a Psychic and a Colorless energy. The real power of this deck comes from the Lillie's Pearl tool card, which I do play 3 of. I did start with 4, but it did feel a little overkill. I cut it down to 3, and I haven't missed the 4th quite yet. If the Lillie's Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from attack from your opponent's Pokemon, that player takes 1 fewer prize cards, and that's where the power of this deck comes from. It turns our 190 HP 2-prize Pokemon into a 1-prize Pokemon, and then it makes it a lot harder for our opponent to keep up in the prize exchange. Now, there are some decks that do play Jamming Tower in the format, but generally it's Raging Bolt and Dragapult from what I've seen, and we can usually get an advantage on them in the prize exchange early on, to the point where them being able to remove the Lillie's Pearl effect doesn't actually matter. So like I mentioned, it takes a Psychic and a Colorless energy, which means if they knock out our first Clefairy, even if we attach to it turn 1 and turn 2, we wouldn't be able to set up another Clefairy. But that's where the Ogerpons come in here, not only as a way to get us access to Area 0 Underdepths, but also accelerates Grass Energy into play on itself with the Teal Dance ability, and then we can use Energy Switch to move the energy off the Ogerpon to the Clefairy to set up Clefairies turn after turn after turn after turn until we win the game. And of course, trying to make them only worth one prize card with the Lillie's Pearl. From there, we play a pretty thick count of most of our Pokemon, and we just play a lot of basic Pokemon in general. We don't play any Ultra Ball, we just play Nest Balls, and then multiples of the most important Pokemon. We have 2 Squawkabilly. It's pretty important to use in the early game. We use this pretty much every game. Not quite, but most games. 2 Latias EX in here. We got to make sure we have that mobility. Prizing Latias would be terrible. For our draw power, we only play 1 of each of those. The 1 of Pheasantipity, the 1 of Mew. I definitely could get behind playing 2 Mew or 2 Pheasantipity to increase our consistency of finding our draw power for sure. 1 Ursaluna for the late game. We got the 1 of Badoo in here. Sometimes we whiff, sometimes we go second. Also, do choose second with this deck. Go second, try and get off a turn 1 attack. But if you whiff the turn 1 attack, you can always default into Badoo with the Itchy Pollen, which is a little bit easier to get into the active and use on that first turn of the game. And then finally, Volcanion EX. I'm sure y'all are wondering, why is there a Volcanion EX here? Well, you're still wondering why there's a pincer in here, but we'll get to that. The Volcanion EX has the ability Scalding Steam. Once in your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned. So we just need to fill our bench with a bunch of Pokemon. Now, of course, we do want multiple Clefairies in play. You usually want multiple Ogerpons. We want the Latias, the Mew, the Fez, but we have a couple extra free spots to work with. So why not make one of them the Volcanion EX, which does have 3 retreat costs, but it becomes free retreat cost with the Latias. And then when our opponent knocks out a Clefairy, we can put Volcanion EX into the active, burn our opponent's active Pokemon, and then retreat it to the bench. So it acts as plus 20 damage for our attack because it's a bench Pokemon, and then plus 20 damage from the burned. And to go even a little bit further, we can use the burn and limit our damage potentially to knock out our opponent's active through the burn damage, which means they don't get access to draw with the flip the script from their Pheasantipity, because Pheasantipity, to draw with it, to activate its ability, it has to be KO'd during your opponent's turn. But if we burn them, they're going to get KO'd in between turns, which means they don't get the flip the script, which is pretty cool. And finally, the Pinsir in here, the Reckless Throw, 90 damage plus 90 more damage if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. I wanted to play a tech card that helps us deal with walls, because if we go up against a Cornerstone, all of our Pokemon have abilities, so we won't beat a Cornerstone. If we go up against a Farigiraf, all of our Pokemon are basic Pokemon EX, besides Badoo, but Pinsir deals with both of those things super aggressively. The Reckless Throw can one-hit KO either of those Pokemon. So we do need to pressure them initially. It could be with the Volcanion. It could be with Badoo. We could just set up Pinsir, throw it at them. They could knock it out. Them could like Iono them and then Super Rod the Pinsir back and then motivate to the Pinsir again, or Super Rod the Pinsir back, get the Pinsir back out with Nest Ball, double E-switch back over it, knock out a Farigiraf. I'm not sure that Pinsir is the best answer to those tech cards, or as a tech for those cards, for the Cornerstone and for the Farigiraf, but it's what I've come to so far. So I got the Pinsir in here for now, but this is basically just a floating spot. Whatever tech card you think is best for Cornerstone and Farigiraf, put it in here over the Pinsir if you can come up with something better, but I came up with Pinsir so far, but there definitely could be something better. And then to close it all out, aggressive draw support is 4 Iono, 4 Research, 3 Boss, 4 E-Switch, like I mentioned, the 4 Nest Ball. One count that I haven't quite fully fleshed out, but I think I'm on the right track, is how many Earthen Vessel, how many basic energy, and how many recovery, and what recovery. I currently have 2 Super Rods in here because not only do we need to recover a lot of energy throughout the game, but sometimes we want to recover Pokemon as well. Night Stretcher does do both those things, but it can be a little bit light on the energy recovery. It's usually enough for Pokemon recovery, but it's sometimes a little bit light on the energy recovery. So the Super Rod, a little bit more flexible. Maybe a 1-1 split, 1 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Rod. Superior energy retrieval could also be, there could be a good argument to include that, but currently on double Super Rod, 3 Vessel, 4 Psychic, 7 Grass, 4 Area 0 Underdepths, of course, got to find it fast, got to keep it in play. And then the ace spec of choice right now currently is Prime Catcher. We're a pretty aggressive deck. We want to keep up with the prize trade, so having this to utilize throughout the game, especially in the late game to close out games, is super, super powerful. So currently going with the Prime Catcher, but I could see, I don't know, honestly, I don't know if I could see another ace spec being better than the Prime Catcher, to be honest. Theoretically, Trolley could be cool, but we have no way to find it in the early game, so that doesn't quite work. So yeah, Prime Catcher. All right, let's go ahead. Let's jump some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. Or is it a 2-hit KO only? If they have a full bench, we can, because we can use Volcanion. But otherwise, no. We're not 1-hit KOing the Archelodon. Yeah, if they have a full bench and we have a full bench, and Volcanion is involved, we can. Okay, it's a good top deck. I might just get the... I might start with Pawn here, to be honest. Let's do that. Pretty weak start. Let's see if we can recover. Oh, we got there. But I need a Squawkabilly or a Clefairy off this. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. We'll have to do, I guess. Why does AZU suck? Seems like it would be pretty good right now. What is AZU? Azelf. Something Uxie. I feel like Dusknoir is good with Luxray Pal, but I can't test because live doesn't work. Wait, what doesn't work for live? Ochamp for Lake Game could be cool. Maybe. It doesn't. How much energy does Wo-Chien cost though? I feel like we're never decking out, to be honest. I don't think we're ever decking out. There's 2 teal mask ogre pawns that hit into walls, both single prizers. I'll read those after this. EZU is short for Azumarill. Oh, yeah, that card just sucks. You can't deal with Water Pawn and you can't deal with Dragapult. Maybe once we get Shaman, maybe there's something there for it, but yeah, it's no good. They can't kill this turn, right? They're just gonna start sniping. Well, maybe actually. We'll see how their turn goes. Did they just bench lock themselves to 1 Zoroark? Do what? What deck are you playing after this? ADPization. Probably Golden Go. Probably Golden Go. Dude, how do you bench lock yourself to 1 Zoroark? Just don't bench this guy. Fuck this guy, bro. He's gonna have to chill out for a second. I mean, they misplayed on the turn 1 when they benched the Reshiram off the rip, but... Is Drayton 2 luck base? Also, I said live doesn't work because it doesn't on any of my over 10 devices and 3 accounts I've tried playing it on. Can't even log in on one of them. Oh, what the heck? I've never heard someone have that problem before, Wafts. That is definitely unique. Drayton, yeah, Drayton just sucks. There's just better options. I wouldn't say Drayton is too luck base. Yeah, it's just, well, like, I guess like you don't really need to like go too deep into like why a card is worse than another. I just never think about the game that way personally, but that is always the answer. The answer is always that one deck or what a card has more variance than another card. That's why you play one card over another, because it reduces your variance, which increases your win rate by having less variance. If it does about the same thing, or I guess there could be cards that are pretty close in what they do that would lead you to want to play one over the other, but the answer is almost always yes. Like, the reason you don't play one card just because the variance of it are like too high, if that makes sense. I just pass, right, until I find boss. I'm never punching this Badoo. I'm never killing the Badoo for them. But what if they play Turo, though? They just eventually find Turo? I'm sure hitting for 200. I want to leave Clefairy in my active. I guess another. Yeah, I guess I do. I'm just gonna pass. I could have. Wait, what is Ogre Pawn? No, they're not gonna have any energy on them though. If they used Darmanitan's attack, they have 0 energy. 120. I need 1 extra energy. So maybe I should have attached Psychic for turn here, to be honest. That might have been the play. Super Rod good for Crispin. Retrieval good for Teal Mask plus energy switch. It's possible I don't. It is possible maybe I shouldn't play Night Treacherous, to be honest. They can rush you after 1 more do hit. They shouldn't though. Yeah, if they want to rush me, that's fine. Yeah, go for it. I'm down. Plan on playing any Gardesoon King? No clue. Maybe. I mean, like probably sometime between now and next week, yeah. Why aren't they attacking? Because they only have 1 Zoroark in play. So if they attack with their lone Zoroark, I KO their lone Zoroark, and then they have no Zoroarks. So they're waiting to find Turo or to force me to KO their Badoo. I really don't want to KO their Badoo, though. I don't want him to build up too much damage on my Clefairy. I could just run to Latias here for a turn. I don't know, we can like, everyone can like take a hit, right? Everyone gets an Itchy Pollen. But geez, why would they ever leave themselves with 1 Zorua? I have no clue. I have no clue. One of the 3 times I have gone live to work is on a friend's device on a BlueStacks website before I broke it permanently. And somehow, and on a trashy PC that doesn't even turn on anymore. Wait, do you only have Apple devices besides that, Wafts? I guess they could wait to find reversal energy here, right? No, but then they break item lock. They can reversal attack with our Manatan. Also, I shouldn't leave Ogerpon in the active because of that. But I guess they could wait to find like counter catcher reversal or boss reversal and get the first. Maybe I should just take the KO. Ooh. Maybe I should just take the knockout. Do I even want to attach this anywhere? I could put it here. Can I catch a reversal defiance? Yeah, if I wait too long, they could go for like some kind of combo like that. And that would be annoying to deal with. So maybe now I just swing. Let's put my energy on my Ogerpons. Okay, I kind of feel just like swinging now. I don't have a boss in my hand either. I could just pass again, but yeah, if they get reversal, counter catcher, bring up this knock. Yeah, I would like a prize card. I'm down for a prize card. I don't want to KO it, but I feel like I've taken enough time. This should be fine. Did Japan Ethan's Typhlosion engines seem fraudulent? They seem a little weird, but it might be optimal. Yeah, the Ethan's Typhlosion things seem weird, but it could be optimal. I have 2 Chromebooks, a brand new GG Galaxy phone, a few old iPhones, a broken PC. That is kind of crazy, Woff, that you can't make it. That you just can't download PTCG Live. What the heck? They are fun, but I fear they are just for City League moments. That's possible. We'll see. City League results are not to be taken, or are to be taken lightly is maybe what I should say. Are to be taken lightly. Are to be taken lightly. Oh, but now I guess they can do this anyways. And now I don't have a gust to respond. No, but they could have done this no matter what, even if I didn't kill the Badoo. But then they would have had a Badoo on their bench, I guess. I guess the biggest thing that I have a question of is just like whether or not they play Turo. That'd be like the big thing. Huh, interesting. I'm not convinced that I actually made the right play here now, the more I think about it. Well, the question is, do they have the Defiance band? I really don't want to take a 1 prize knockout if they get a 2 prize knockout. Okay, they don't have the Defiance band, so I'm feeling fine still. Honestly, I don't even know if bringing this up and punching it even makes any sense, to be honest, because this thing's safe on the bench. It'd be better to like, well, punching this I guess is also. Would this have to be in the active? No. But yeah, now I can just KO the active and I'm like safe, to be honest. I can like KO the active and be like safe here for sure. Waiting for them to ping bench pawn. What's the thoughts on the quad Clefairy deck? It's cool. I don't think it's competitive though. The KO in the active is like fine now, right? Or it feels fine. Nation. I think about how I want to play this. Try build up the Zarude. I could grab the Rude here. As a 1 prize option. No. My Ogerpon's already kind of doing the job, I feel like. I kind of don't want to cycle with Ogerpons here. I just want to like do this, and then play research. I could have tried to find boss there. It just didn't feel like that big of a deal for me to find boss. I don't know. What's in the middle? Reshiram. I really want to figure out, because Night Charger seems like really low value in here. I feel like I need heavier energy recovery in this deck. I guess like the other thing I'm thinking is, do we need energy recovery at all? Or do we need any kind of recovery at all? Maybe instead of Night Charger, it should be like superiors. I feel like Super Rod is probably the like happy medium or whatever. Maybe I should just go back to Super Rods. Yeah, I kind of feel like just going back to Super Rods. I just want like heavier energy recovery for like these late game situations. Max Rod? No. No shot. I'd rather play Superior, I think, at that point. Is this format's power level higher or lower than the last? It's every format after rotation will the power level will always be lower. Card pool basically determines power level of a format. So like next format will be of a higher power level because there'll be another set in the format until rotation hits, and then the power level of like the format will be reset. What's the point of the Volky X? It's just plus 20 damage. Push it up, do 20 more. Repeat. E-Spec, we are playing, honestly, I forget what it was. We're playing Prime Catcher. They're just like cooking over there, but I feel like it's not leading to anything. Heavily cooking. Can dodge Fez too. It can also, yeah, like can allow us to dodge Fez, yeah. We can like set up our board, our bench in a way where we KO them with burn damage, which removes the Fez draw, which is kind of cool. I still have yet to bench the Volcanion though. We just have not drawn into the Volcanion ever. I literally have yet to bench the Volcanion. Is Protective Goggles ever worth playing? No. One-ups like that and a deck like this are just not worth playing. We're never going to find them. So what's up, man? You like this deck, or is it just a C tier fun deck? It is not a competitive deck, no. Ready to join in? What deck are you playing? Quad Clefairy. Okay. Question is, will they target my benched Ogerpon with 180 damage on it? Usually the 3 months there. The Bugman. Trolley or Scoop Up Cyclone for Memo EX? Trolley. Scoop Up Cyclone sucks in Memo EX. If you're able to play Scoop Up Cyclone, you've already won the game. Or just play your Turo. Are you gonna win the world tournament this year? Sure, why not? Would you say Hop Station you played the other night? Is that competitive? No, I don't think so. I don't think the Iron Valent deck is competitive, no. It's a cool deck. You can keep up with a lot of the meta decks, but I don't think it's very good overall. Like, see, but that's kind of cool. There's a lot more decks like that in this format that can like play the game. That is probably has to do with like the power level of stuff being the power level of stuff is just kind of lower. What is competitive? Like worth bringing to a tournament or will be played at like a major tournament. All right, things are still being taken pretty slow here. Okay. I'm just gonna put the Pearl here to make them think they get one less prize card. Mind games. Should maybe move an energy off this Ogre Pawn. Well, no, they're not gonna be able to discard energy off their Pokemon. So psychic energy on these things just doesn't matter anymore. This one is more likely to be targeted, but I don't even think they can one-hit KO this one. So I guess I should conserve the energy off of this one. Just go here. I could actually honestly move the grass to here. To just have this thing ready to go, right? That seems, I know I'm just gonna do that. Because I don't think they can KO this. I guess they could have like Mochi, Petch, counter, or boss KO. They could. I guess they could KO it. They could, but tried any of the melodic EX decks? No. What? I mean, Walls is good, but I haven't played any of them. Yeah, competitive just means like, will it be a meta deck? That's the best way to describe it. They can't even, maybe they can KO it. Hold up. Maybe they can KO it. What about the Monkey Hop deck? No, I don't think that deck is gonna be end up being a competitive deck. Every new deck from this set isn't competitive from the sound of it. Most of them aren't. No, most of them are not competitive. But they can. The cool thing about a lot of these decks, like the Iono deck or this deck or like the Zacian deck, the Zacian Iron Valiant deck, is like you can play them and it's not a miserable experience because you can beat like half the meta. You're fighting against like half the meta decks, and then the other half of the meta decks are bad matchups or like bad matchups but not terrible. So, like that's the cool thing about all these the meme decks, the fun decks. Like they don't feel miserable to play because you can actually beat meta decks. You think Zoric is tier 2 or above? I've been under the impression that it's underplayed from the competitive perspective. I'm definitely impressed by it, but I don't know. I haven't really thought about putting things in a tier list yet. No clue. What the heck? Just get rid of all of our damaged Pokemon, I guess. Hold up, Iron Valiant is competitive now? No, I literally just said it wasn't. Hazel in chat, I hesitate between Zacian Iron Valiant and Terrabox for my next tournament. What is better, you think? Terrabox. It's not even close. It's not even like a question. We say Mamoswine is or not. I'm actually unsure about Mamoswine. I could see Mamoswine actually being a meta deck, to be honest. I could see Mamoswine being meta. Once that thing sets up, it's like really hard to beat. We'll see though, we'll see. Yeah, Mamoswine is, I don't know. Like if you can get the thing to be consistent enough, I could see it being, oh, they have Ursaluna. I was like, all right, what are they? I wasn't even paying attention. We found how they are KOing my guy though. They did have a play. All right, I'm kind of tapped of options in play right now. I mean, I could just like punch this thing, but I don't have a ton set up here. We can just like punch this thing. Hopefully we can cycle an energy with our Ogre Pawn. Oh. One guy, right? See, like when I click boss, it should give me an option to click on their bench Pokemon immediately. That'd be nice. Yes, but your construction with 4 Clefairy is swined. Is that what we're gonna call it when you Dude, is this Raging Ball with the poison package? Dude, I hate this game. I hate this format. This is the worst format ever in the history of the Pokemon TCG. This is the worst format. Literally the worst format ever. Oh my gosh. What made you get into Pokemon TCG? I always had cards, and then a friend I met a friend who went to Pokemon League, and then I started going to Pokemon League, and then started going to tournaments, pre-releases, whatever, stuff like that. I should maybe put the Badoo back in here for when we do whiff. When we like whiff the turn 1 attack. Like obviously we play for the turn 1 attack, but When we whiff, we maybe should have the Badoo in here still, to be honest. The percent chance to hit the turn 1 attack isn't that high, I feel like. But triple, can I interest anyone in an Ogre Pawn? Draw one. Honestly, trying to shuffle the deck before I use Squawkabilly is pretty good, because I do have like Psychic Energy double E-switch on the bottom of my deck. Never lucky. How do I want to... I haven't attached for turn yet, right? No. I mean, I could get an E-switch here, right? Then we're just swinging. It's pretty chill. Oops. I mean, this is like fine. It's obviously not great, but I'm not feeling like terrible about our situation. Obviously, like if we had something like a Badoo here, it would be better. But what do you think about Fraligator? Is it good or is all smoke? Seems decent. I haven't played with the deck though. Poison Bolt can't be good. Nah, poison anything is good. Your deck, enhance your deck today. Are you losing too many games in the Pokemon TCG? Is your win rate low? Are you trash and garbage and can't get a dub? Add the poison package to your favorite Pokemon TCG deck. That's right, Pecharunt, Brute Bonnet, and the everyone's favorite tool, the Ancient Booster Capsule, can take your win rate from 50% to 75%. The donks are infinite and endless. It'll take you to the top of the Arceus leaderboard. Try it today. You suck ass at the Pokemon TCG? Can you not get any dubs? Are you an L holder? Try the new poison package. Pecharunt, Brute Bonnet, and the Ancient Booster Capsule will take you to the top. Your opponent's Treepies and Ralts won't stand a chance. With this 1-2 combo punch, it's all over for them. Oh, dude, I can't retreat. That's actually so bad. And I discarded my Prime Catcher, right? No, I didn't. Okay. Wait, that sucks ass. Dude, I'm stuck. I could double E-switch active and attack. Or I could just boss around it for the turn as well. We could go like... Wait, this is straight cheese. It's a genius strategy though. Oh wait, I could have drawn first. Oops. I just like hit the nuts there. I need anything else set up really? Not really. Get the Clefairy in there. Hit him with that Leaf Drain. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I guess they play the Karma for the poison package, right? So I think you should add the poison package here. Probably, right? We're a pretty aggressive deck. Get the poison package there. Also, would you look at Wo-Chien instead of the Sarud? I'll have to look at it again. Let me read the Wo-Chien. Let me read the Wo-Chien again. Let me read these things again. Someone also mentioned the baby ogre pawns or something like that. Oh, I died? Oh, they just switched to the bench. All right, top deck boss. What? How? You're starting to boss? Ooh. I don't know, or do I research here? What was their turn? Carmine. Go to this. You went to nest ball, play nest ball for this. Pass. That was their turn. I think I just try and draw my Prime Catcher, right? I have both super odds in here? I do, okay. Dude, give me the prime. Come on. Dude. I can't fez, right? How they canned me with poison, so. And we're not done yet. I think I'm maxed on my Ogre Ponds for the day. Oh, my Prime Catcher's just prized. Dude. Oh. It's prized this whole time. Holy smokes. What's even left in my deck? I'm out of Ionos as well? Dude, I am just done. I'm just cooked. I prized my last Iono. I have like no win condition, besides hoping they whiff. I guess I cycle one more time. The turn that you hit was a rude. Wasn't it just better to kill with Clefairy? That would have been better, yes. That would have been better. Oh, okay, we got our Iono. Winnable, winnable, winnable. What do you think about 1-on-1 Togekiss and Mamoswine? It could be okay. I think focus. It's like you already have to put so many resources into like setting up the Mamoswines. Like you want to set up Mamoswine, Pidgeot, and Blaziken though. Like you already have to put so many resources in setting up those, like your core 3. You just don't have that many. Like it's different when you're like playing like a tech card. Like if you're playing like a 1-on-1 Flygon to beat Cornerstone, like the matchup is gonna be so much slower because they're trying to set up like they're going to Cornerstone. Things are gonna be slow, so you have time to set up like a Flygon to beat a Cornerstone. But to get value out of a To get value out of a Togekiss before the game is over just doesn't seem very likely. That's like the big thing. It just doesn't seem very likely that you'll be able to do that. Yeah, sorry, the Sandy Shocks threw me off there. I was like, yeah, it just doesn't seem very likely that you'll be able to get value out of it. So this deck is worse than I thought, I'm not gonna lie. Any hope from Rhydon in post format? Not much. Very small amount, very small amount. There is some hope, but yeah, it's just not a lot of hope. I'm actually feeling pretty comfortable out just like pushing Clefairy next turn and knocking their Raging Bolt out. I guess they probably play Prime Catcher, right? No, this could be a Secret Box deck for sure, actually. They might not play Prime Catcher. If I just attack with another Clefairy with a thing, we're just in a good spot, I guess. Actually, putting Volcano on my bench was probably a mistake. I think I could go Clefairy Iono knockout, but I think I'm just gonna go Clefairy. Well, actually, honestly, I gotta wait. I gotta see what I get. I need Psychic Energy still. I have no room for my Pheasant Deputy and another Clefairy as well, which kind of sucks. Okay, I have a good chance of finding Psychic Energy here. Wait, why'd I play this? I shouldn't even play this. I'm literally just trolling. Holy smokes. Plenty of resources left. Okay. Yeah, I definitely should not have played that. Oops. I have trolled. I could just put this Pearl in play and draw a card off restart, though, actually, to be honest. Oh, I guess that would have been a reason to have played it, to be honest, so I can get the one draw off restart. Because this shouldn't matter. Well, unless they play... Do I have any Area 0 left? They could play Jamming Tower, actually. They go Jamming Tower, knockout, and then I need to be able to go, okay, okay. Maybe I just draw like this. I've changed my mind. Plays around the jamming. All right, bonk. And then next time we go bonk plus Iono and hope for the best. But I'm not feeling super confident. Well, I don't know. I probably should be feeling more confident than I am, to be honest. I think there's a decent shot that we win this game for sure. I saw my oh, my Ursaluna is prized. Weak to grass. Oh, it is cool. So this guy kills. Okay, that can be our win condition as well. I was like, wait, I don't have like after my next Clefairy, I have no way to draw a prize, or yeah, but I do. What's the point of playing Volcanic if you don't push it? It just doesn't matter in this scenario, so there's no reason to push it. I shouldn't even have it on my bench, to be honest. Oh wait, why did I put it on my bench? I put it on my bench because I thought I was digging for Prime Catcher, but Prime Catcher was prime the whole time. Because it's just a waste of like pushing its. I mean, I should like. If I want to like play 100% correctly, I should push Volcane as my push. But like burning them just doesn't matter, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in this scenario. The Volcane is just irrelevant. So, have you seen the cool OKO Metacham, Volcarona, and Magmortar list? No, I have not. What's the best way to build Hopstation in your opinion? With Monkey Dory, for sure. The Iron Valiant deck is gimmicky. It's cool, it's fun, but it's too gimmicky. And then any build that tries to attack with Zacian is just terrible, I think. No, they have Ion. Dude, am I gonna lose? Dude, having this thing on my bench, not this thing. Having this thing on my bench is actually such an L. Dude, I'm gonna lose, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay. Rid of this. This. Fine. No, this is very winnable. Okay, hold up. This is actually very winnable. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is very winnable. We're gonna top deck Clefairy. Boom. Psychic Energy to Clefairy. Boom. Cooking. Gab on him. Free dub. Free win. What's a good channel in Discord to post clips of your stream? Honestly, I should make a clips channel. Probably in memes. Memes are general. The only reason I discarded the Volcane there so you guys can't be mean to me and ask me why I didn't oh, fuck! Alright, that's fine. We draw with this first. This is the only thing I didn't want to top deck was Energy Switch. Oh! Dude, I just lose! No, I don't. I can Ogre Pawn. We got strats. What's this thing weak to? Fighting? What the fuck? Grass. He dies, right? Okay, we have strats. We go boss. Bingus. What does this thing do? 200. Okay. We're chilling. Do you think Nitrogen would work in the Mamoswine deck? Yeah, I mean, it would. All right, that's not the question. Well, hang on. Let's figure out what are you asking me? What are you asking me, Thiz? The question you're asking me is like, Azul, do you think it's correct to play Nitretcher in the Mamoswine deck? Nitretcher obviously works in the Mamoswine deck, right? So we're not wondering that. You could play Nitretcher, you could play Super Rod, you could play some other Pokemon recovery card, theoretically. The question you want to ask me is like, Azul, do you think Nitretcher is optimal in Mamoswine? And I would answer no. I think you shouldn't. Because there's no in the Pokemon TCG you either should or shouldn't. There's no, that's good, that's okay, that's good enough. There's no like, there's not a Mamoswine list out there that has an effective 75% win rate in the format with and without Nitretcher. Actually, I guess technically there could be, but theoretically there's not. Yeah, the question you want to ask me is, Azul, do you think Nitretcher should be in Mamoswine? And my answer would be no, I don't think it should be. Attach to Mew EX also works. Oh, honestly, Attach to Mew EX was actually better because I don't need to find Clefairy. You're right. Attach to Mew EX was the better play here, actually. Actually, that was the way better play because I don't need it. Yeah, that was a way better play. I forgot about Mew EX. I just kind of honed in on this guy. This is the cooler play, though. This is definitely the cooler play, so. Bodied. Got Jay, continuous tackle is genius. We are done here. Format solved. Ooh, the continuous tackle. I'm down for that, to be honest. We stay tackling them. Hey, what the heck? They kind of cooking over there. We're 1 into the fan rotom? Bro, they lucky like that? Airbox is low-key on fraud watch. What do you mean? What? Maybe I am gassing it too much. Maybe it actually does suck. Maybe I'm just wrong. I play a little bit more aggressively here. Just get second grasp on. I think Terra Box is literally the best deck in the format. Maybe I should be on fraud watch though. Why didn't you consider the Wo-Chien? I did consider the Wo-Chien. I just don't think it's correct. Dude, what fraud are you watching? I have this E-switch in my hand now, which I kind of want to use. But I would be discarding... I think I'd be discarding the Clefairy here. No, it would be good to do this now. Discarding the Clefairy feels weird. Maybe getting rid of the Psychic is better, actually. Maybe get... But, like... That feels bad as well. I need to get Volcanion down. Volcanion is how I deal with Peak. Dude, honestly, this turn was kind of popping. Would you stamp into Terra Box murders it? I mean, yeah, that's pretty good against Terra Box. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I don't know about Fraud Watch. The deck's kind of broken. What's your best list for Terra Box, Azul? Towards 1? I don't know. I played 0 games of Terra Box, but I mean, towards 60 can't be a bad place to start. Oh shoot, not that counter catcher. Oh, I guess this is something here. I don't know why they sacrificed their only Hoot Hoot. That was definitely trolling. Like, you definitely give up a 2-prizer here and play through Iono. Like, giving up your only Hoot Hoot has got to be a bad. It's got to be bad. Oh shoot, they got it like that? Yeah, if I haven't played any games with the deck, I have no opinions on a deck. Like, I just honestly don't think about Pokemon. Sometimes I do. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, I don't really think about Pokemon like that. I play Pokemon. I don't think about Pokemon. I used to, and sometimes I do. Sometimes I think, like, right after, it depends how much, if I put a lot of time, but the thing is I have to put a lot of time with the deck first to have, like, opinions on it. Yeah, I just don't think about Pokemon like that. I don't do a lot of theory modding. I do like 0 theory modding. Yeah, I do like 0 theory modding in the PokemonTCG. I used to do more. I definitely used to do more. Oh wait, shoot, this is actually kind of close now because they kind of. That was kind of a good draw off that research. Hold up. When do you decide a deck for a major? When I find a deck that I want to play. Yeah, like my Mons stay untheoried. I have Boss here, but KO plus Iono has to be the play, right? Big benching Ursaluna. Yeah, KO plus Iono. I could Boss. No, Boss KO. I mean, just KO. This has got to be the move, right? Why would I ever want to? That gives him a free attacker. Yeah, Iono knockout is definitely the play here. I don't know what I'm thinking. Dude, why is his hand so bad? These prize cards got to go hard. I also didn't find Volcanion to deal with the Pikachu. Oh, they can set up Pikachu this turn. They can. I was like, oh wait, they can't set up Pikachu, but they definitely can. Still pretty mid. I need another. I needed Fez. I wanted to find Fez or Volcanion. I want to find another Iono. We could definitely lose this, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, if they KO my active, I guess I have Prime, right? I have Prime in the deck still. Oh no, if they KO my active, I can just Boss next turn. Actually, wait. Yeah, they have to get around my active here as well. Like, what the fuck? How are they going to do that? Is it a balance of fun and chance for winning for you? For what? For deck choice? No, I picked the best deck that I can think of. I try and play the best deck that I yeah. I try and play the deck that I think will give me the best chance of winning the tournament. That is fun to me though. Like I enjoy that process. Yeah, it really for deck choice it really isn't a balance of fun and what's called. It's like trying to maximize my win percentage. Okay, Noctowl before using Mew or Pheasantipity's got to be trolling, right? What could they ever get off this that this would make sense? Why'd you time me out earlier for saying evolution when execute is a basic? Execute? Well, because you were trolling. Because execute, there's no way execute is a good answer to any of my problems. So it seems like a fair timeout. The fact that you're questioning the timeout has me thinking I should consider another timeout. What tool is that on the Clefairy? It's Lillie's Pearl. Reduces the prize cards that the opponent gets when they KO it by 1. You enjoy playing Snorlax Stall? As much as any other deck. Yeah, like in tournament, yeah. Like it doesn't really matter. I don't like think about it that way. Like I just enjoy playing Pokemon TCG tournaments. It doesn't really matter what deck I play. I mean, some decks would be less enjoyable than others. Yeah, it's not even about like a deck specifically. It's just about playing in a competitive tournament more so than anything, to be honest. I think I'll playing Zacian, but I'm afraid if I'll get bored of it. It's very repetitive. I mean, I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest. I mean, if a deck doesn't look fun, that means you're thinking about playing Zacian, but the deck doesn't look that fun to you. So then it sounds like you shouldn't pick up the deck. If the deck looks fun to you, you should pick it up and play it. It sounds like you're overthinking it, to be honest. I know the answer to your problems. Poison package. True. Yeah, if you're ever having a problem, just put in the poison package. I think I just super odd the Mew, right? Literally just Mew, because I just want draw power. I don't even want to bench Pheasantipity. Well, how many Nest Ball do I have left? Only 2? Well, they're down their counter catcher, right? What do I even KO here? They're down 1 Night Stretcher. Obviously got to be the Fez, right? And then the question is, do I bench my own Fez? How many Iono have they played? 0? They don't have a way to find it. If I bench this, they could boss KO it, and then I don't have the draw. I am shouldn't bench it. Sure. Just trying to back to a deck to play Poach Rotation that isn't Bolt or Pulse. Terrabox. I mean, it sounds like your goal is trying to be competitive. Those are 2 of your top choices. What has been your favorite place to have been to for a tournament? Maybe Melbourne. Melbourne's up there. Dallas is up there. Or Texas Regionals. Texas Regionals are always a good time because there's good food and they're like a lot of people go to them. It's like a lot of people like I don't see as often go to those. Yokohama. I mean, Japan was pretty cool too. But the thing is, I had less fun in Japan because it was in the summer. It was like super hot. It was kind of miserable. Like Japan is cool, but I like to get for me to get a better experience in Japan, I definitely need to go like during like the spring or the fall or something. So like yeah, Japan. The overall Japan was cool, but the overall experience in Japan was kind of mid because it was like in the summer, hot as balls, sweating my ass off, like so. If we find Prime, we win, right? Did I burn it? Dude, it's just always prized. Wait, it's literally my last prize card. What the heck? That's annoying. Do I just let them KO this? I'm like thinking about just like leaving this in the active here, to be honest. Would that be bad though? Why would that be bad? Why would that be bad? I should have left the grass in the deck as well. I should let this thing die. Yeah, I should have left the grass in the deck because I have boss in hand. But I thought Prime Catcher was in the deck, so I thought I was gonna be able to cycle towards Prime there. But yeah. But it's just prize. Yes, favorite places. It kind of just depends on like the time I have there more so than like anything else. So it's like I said, Texas, Melbourne, are like up there for sure. Brazil. Usually have a good time at LAICs. Yeah. I have to like look at a list of it to like really be able to like rank them, but what's your favorite Pokemon, or the one you will always think is cool? Mine's Blaziken. Shuppet. Shuppet's my favorite. I don't know if I always think Shuppet's cool, but yeah, Shuppet isn't a very cool Pokemon, but I don't remember. Did you already qualify for Worlds? I am qualified for Worlds, yes. I'll probably qualify for Worlds in 2 ways this season. Actually, I think I'm already like locked up for. I qualified through points and through auto invite. I need to find. Do I just have one boss left? I have one boss left because my Prime is prized. I was kind of scared of like letting the damage spread out too much because I thought like something with Water Pond could maybe happen, but I don't know if I should have been so scared. Enjoy playing retro formats over? If so, which format? No format specifically. I do enjoy playing them. I don't play them very often, but that's probably why I continuously, or that's probably why I enjoy playing them. It's because I don't play them very often. All right, there's a boss in there. Let me get the boss. But I'm struggling really hard to like get this Volcanion into play. Nice. This guy. I literally have just I'm never drawn into like a free nest ball, I guess is what's happening. I'm never getting like a free nest ball. Probably gonna go with the new stadium. That is the plan. Yeah, we're gonna put the new stadium in there. I don't really want to play Caesar, but Caesar might be correct in the current format. I'm gonna try without Caesar first, but is Terra Orb a good card in Clefairy or Terra Box? You could free up your nest balls to get other stuff. I mean, it's kind of like just like a 5th nest ball. So with that in mind, it does sound pretty good. But if you're playing Terra Box, you want to play you're not gonna play 4 Ultra Ball, 4 nest ball, and what's it called? But you need Ultra Balls to find Noctows. London, London's cool. London's like iffy because I like London because like as far as like I like old cities. Old architecture I think is just cool. So like walking around London and stuff like that, and just going to different places in London is cool. But the food sucks in London, so it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I kind of don't want to bench Squawkabilly here. I think I'm just gonna play the research and be like, I'm just gonna get a Psychic Energy. And if I don't get a Psychic Energy, I'm gonna get my other Squawkabilly. Could have cycled first. No, cycling first probably doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's already highlighted. I always forget that it's like pre-highlighted. Ooh, I didn't get a pearl. No pearl here does not feel great. Yeah, because like this is the turn where we really want the pearl. Because if they have Candy Dragapult, the prize strike can be in trouble moving forward without the pearl. But how do you like Toronto? Toronto's pretty chill. How do you enjoy New Orleans? New Orleans is pretty cool. I definitely want to try and go to the, what is the street? Bourbon Street. I didn't get to go out to Bourbon Street last time, but I'm definitely gonna try and hit that up this time around. England spent centuries conquering lands with spices and incredible food, and they use none of it. Prime was in the prizes again. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, Prime was literally in the prizes again. It lives there. It lives there. I say New Orleans, right though? New Orleans. Tom Holland says the UK has the best food. I mean, if you live in the UK, one, I'm sure your palate adapts, and then two, you probably actually know places where there's decent food. You know, it's a little bit easier for you to. Your palate adapts. Not New Orleans. New Orleans. New Orleans. New Orleans. I heard the UK has good Indian food. They do, yeah, they do have good Indian food in the UK. Tom Holland said the UK has more original food than the US. I can see that being true. I mean, the US is literally just like food from every. I can see that being true for sure. Beans and toast is definitely original. No one was doing beans on toast before the UK. Let me tell you, that's not a thing anywhere else. They're the first for sure. They're number one. No one's trying to take it from them either. They can have that. You know, they got that on lock. Oh, the jammy? Chill. I don't know how I feel about the jammy though. That's annoying. I don't like that. I need to find another area 0. That seems a little bit seems like an aggressive use of their jamming tower though. They should probably have held it as like a counter. Seems like a bad play, I'm not gonna lie. What about a bean burrito? I mean, just beans? It's not very good. All right, what is the best way to play this turn? We got some options here. I could just boss KO this, but then I don't have a stadium bump to get value out of my thing. So I could prime this. Or how much am I doing right now? 120. I could also prime their Fezandipity. Ooh, maybe prime Fez makes the most sense. Well, the thing that I don't know here is I don't know, like, if I go after this, they have to Crispin. Honestly, it's just a 2-prize knockout this turn seems pretty good. I am just gonna go for the 2-prize knockout. And then just research. Okay, I'm okay with this actually. I do need 2 basics. I could just whiff here. Okay, we're chilling. Ooh, this is actually a really good draw. Did you like the Brazilian food? It's whatever. Brazilian food is whatever. It's a tier above food in the UK, but it's like nothing special. Like fine. I probably should split up my grass energy. I actually don't know. I'm gonna use the E-switch anyway, so I actually should do this. Well, now maybe well, gotta check them. Actually, I just hold this to cycle with next turn. fuck, dude? You okay saying that? The Brits can't hurt you. Real Brazilian food is bonkers. What do you mean the Brits can't hurt me? I shit on the food in London all the time. Brazilian food is also just like, whatever. It's like, fine. Anything on a potato, really? Wait, in what? Prime Fest into KO Paul means no Norse for them? Yeah, that's what I came to the conclusion of in my head. I was like, wait, if we do this and we get the back-to-back KOs, we just win. Have you had Peruvian? I have, yeah. Or do you like grass energy? I'm a big fan, actually. I'm a huge fan. This deck desperately needs a walking wakey X. Wait, for what, though? What country have legit top-tier food, then? The US. I see. I haven't like been to places like Italy and stuff like that, so I can't really like. I don't have like a question on that, but like, I would definitely say the US, Japan. Food in Japan's really good. Food in the US is really good. Favorite cuisine? Probably Italian, but yeah, I'd have to think about it a little bit harder, but probably Italian. Dude, this hand sucks. Thankfully, they're carrying my active here. What do you consider US food? Well, they asked what country. They asked what countries have the best food. So the US. I'm not saying like US has like a cuisine. They said what country has the best food. I was like US, Japan. Guys, you're not even listening to the question that they asked. You didn't even hear the question and you're yapping. What do you define by US food? I mean, US, if we're talking about US food, what is US cuisine? It's like barbecue, burgers. That's like it. Barbecue, burgers. Like steakhouse stuff. Steak. Barbecue, burger, steak. I consider like US food. Grill food. Grill food. But the countries with the best food, like on average, which countries have the best food? US, Japan. Those are like my top two probably. US, Japan, Canada. I'm not talking about like US cuisine, Canadian cuisine. I'm just talking about like the average food place you go to in the US is like better than most places. There's like a lot of places I haven't been. Like I said, like I haven't been to like Italy or France or Greece or places like that. So going there and like trying food from those places is definitely something that I want to do, but I said just push this guy, right? Yeah. Dude, they played 2 jamming tower, bro. Did they know I was coming? Did they know I was playing on ladder today? Like, what the heck? They're prepped for me with this. Oh, this is not good. Pearl is good, though. I could super rod back 2 grass energy. And then if I draw, like, well, how many grass do I have left? I guess it is worth it to super rod back 2 grass. I think that's it. I don't even think I could grab a Clefairy, I could grab a Psychic. I don't want those in the deck, though. All right, oh, they might not even be able to attack next turn, though. They got a Dracloak on the bench. Oh, they got a 7-card hand, though. So they need Sparkling Crystal, or what's it called? What I say, this deck is also mid? Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't say it's mid, though. I would just say it's not competitive. Like, I don't really, like, rank uncompetitive, non-competitive decks. I don't really rank. Blood Moon? Yeah, I mean, Blood Moon can be our out here. The Muse is a good prize card as well here. Yeah, I don't really, like, rank non-competitive decks. They're just all, like, not competitive. So by default, they're mid. But I feel like I like to use mid as a way to rank competitive decks. I need people to understand how bad Ancient Box is, because if I called Ancient Box mid, then I'd be like, okay, there's a lot of decks on its level, but like Ancient Box is bad, then there's mid decks, then there's good decks. Ancient Box is all the way on the bottom. It's like a tier below anything you'd consider good. So we need like that middle tier so people understand how bad it is. I think Ancient Box is terrible. Bad, terrible, same difference. Which like would you say is competitively mid then? I don't know. I haven't played enough in this format or this meta. I don't really have that many strong opinions on anything. You think Ancient Box, this meta is bad? Of course, yeah. It's probably not even a meta deck this meta, to be honest. It probably has been forced out of the meta finally. But we'll see, who knows? People might try and force it. I remember early on into theorizing Journey Together format, I thought Clefairy Ogerpong was a sleeper deck, only to realize the deck is just not good. Yeah, I don't think it's great. But it'd be cool if it is. Have you gone undefeated with this deck? The last couple games. We've won the last couple games in a row here for sure. Dude, what the heck? They got set up? Oh, they got the Mela? Dude, I swear Dragapult just doesn't whiff, man. I don't know. The deck plays off manual attachments, but they always have the Christmas. They always have the Mela. They just don't whiff, man. How do you and Chip become friends? We just met at a tournament. Oh, but they can't even win next turn because of the thing. They can't even win next turn. Yeah, me and Chip just met at a tournament. And then, yeah. Do you think Enzork is a competitive deck? Yes. Ancient Box isn't bad. It's whatever tier below bad you have to specifically make for it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I agree. You're right. We had the idea for Uncommon Energy first. We kind of had the idea at the same time, but Chip asked me to do it. But I had been thinking about asking him to do a podcast at literally the same time, so it just kind of worked out. I think I draw with Flip the Script first, because I have the Psychic in hand, so if I can get a Clefairy. Be there. I actually don't know between those two, to be honest. Alright, time to pawn cycle. Wait, actually, I just win. I have boss. Let's go. That's a dub. Congratulations, everybody. We did it again. Broken 60. Broken deck. Give me this one. That's a free dub. That's an easy win. That's a bad matchup. That guy's big, and he one-hit KOs us. We do have pearls. I don't know about that. The nub seems tough, to be honest. He out here nubbing. He do be nubbing out here. We can like one-hit KO Armor Resistance to nub. No, but even if we were, it wouldn't matter. They would need one to other stage 2 on their bench. They one-hit KO us. Attack with Teal Mask. Ooh, true. We do have Teal Mask. It is a Teal Mask angle. Good point, good point, good point. You need to get down double Teal Mask and start to build them up. Oh, that's a free dub. They played a Dunsparce in there? That's a dub. They're done. They're done. It's over. Losing an E-Switch does not feel good. It's Jake. It's got to be. Ooh, turn 1 attack, though? The rest of our hand sucks. I don't think I'm dying next turn. So I think it's fine. I think I probably go boss KO this thing as well, right? I feel like you got to get rid of the lone Dunsparce off the bench, especially because we can do it with boss. Like, he's got to go. He's just got to go. All right, Volcanion in for the future. That's chill. We got to get a. I really want to attach a Psychic Energy to a Clefairy here this next turn. That's like one of my goals on this next turn is to do that. These nubs nubbing. Oh, double Pillow-Swine. Can't win a single Pillow-Swine, though, is actually a big deal. Well, they don't have any energy acceleration set up yet either, though, so... Oh, that's about to be double Mamoswine. Hold up, hold up, hold up. They're cooking like that. Can I ask what the Volk is for? No, you're not allowed to ask that. You better not ask it. If you ask it, you'll be, taken care of. All right, they got the team Evo off. I guess it's like a reason to play the double Latias. It helps aid us in the turn 1 attack, right? For sure. Archer Teal Mask. I'm on it. Chill out. I'm working on it. Jeez. I feel like KOing the active here makes the most sense. It gives me a prize card. This is their only energy in play. All of this seems so important. Losing any of these cards feels terrible. But how much does this guy matter for like the 20 damage from the burn? Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe I give up the Volcanion here, actually. I really want to hold all my Gust. I don't even want to attach anything. I think we just chill. No basics. Nothing. Volcanion, it just allows us to do 20 more damage. That's literally it. It just increases our damage output from Clefairy by plus 20. Because we push in the active after a Clefairy dies, and we burn them. And then we retreat to a Clefairy through Latios, and then that's it. That's the whole thing. Oh, they don't even play Pidgeot in here. It's just a Knackley Mamoswine build. I think we punch this active Mamoswine to threaten the 2-hit on it for sure. Actually, I don't even know if that's true because I have the Ogerpon that could 1-hit KO this. So should I just that's a bad matchup, Ogerpon bodies Mamo? Because they just Gust KO it before you can match it. Like that's like what they plan to do is Gust KO you. Your guy. That's the plan. Doesn't always happen, obviously, but my deck is very unprogressed, so yeah. When are you gonna play Mamo? I did yesterday. You're saying you ain't playing fire energy to power up whatever attack Volk has? No, there's no fire energy in this deck. I don't want to Iono them. Well, let's just start with this. Actually, yeah, let's start with this. Because if I get a research, I would probably play. Playing the research here feels kind of bad with so many throw this out there. I'm just gonna boss because I can 1-hit KO next turn. I'm just gonna go after the Knackleys. I have a grass left in the deck. I think we'll try and make it work. Hazel had shawarma for dinner. Is that optimal? That's a pretty solid option to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Personally, a big fan of the shawarma. Dude, now you're making me hungry for shawarma, bro. Alright, please do not have Iono. Okay, they don't. Dude, they got the squad out here though. Yo, chill. They're kind of squatted up over there. It's not enough though. It's not enough. We got them in this one. We got them in this one. Good try, but your deck sucks. Swine squad. Swine. Oh, they do play Pidgey. Just no prioritization for it though. Oh, I guess it makes sense for them to go double Knackley on that last turn so they could get the candy Garganackle. For the Southeast Michigan Shawarma game goes wild. I gotta check it out if you can. Southeast Michigan Shawarma game. I guess they don't play the Pheasantipity. See, this is why you gotta play the Pheasantipity, bro. You gotta play the Pheasantipity in there. Mamoswine for Fez, drawing cards all of a sudden. We're cooking. Alright, they're kind of living off the top deck. But my hand is like not that good. Oh my, dude, this is just so cringe. We need Fez or Mew or something. Oh, that's insane. Well, it would cost me the rest of my Gust effects. That's so cringe. Let's just Teal Dance first. Okay. Fez. Now I'm just gonna draw with Fez instead. Okay. Nest Ball. Fairy. Alright, I like this a lot. Wait, this KO's already, right? Yeah. Had to make sure. I was like pretty sure. Okay, I'm a bigger fan of playing it out like this for sure. I think I'm gonna add more energy to this. I'm gonna add like, maybe not, maybe not. Not yet, anyways, not yet. Yeah, not yet. I don't even know if I want to play the Badoo in here, to be honest. I guess if we go second and whiff the turn attack, it's pretty good. They could still have Iono here, but I'm feeling pretty comfortable right now. Does the Pearl also reduce attack cost? No, it's just one less prize card. We need to get a second energy on this thing. That would be insane. Yeah, that would be insane. That would be absurd. That would be insane. Introduce the attack, dude. Well, no, the deck would be so broken then. What the heck? I wish it did that. Well, I don't know if I wish it did that. That sounds kind of insane. Like absurd insane. Crazy wild. I guess we also need Volcanion for the for Pikachu, right? We need that for Pikachu as well. I think the Pearl works on live. I guess I'm not 100% sure. I think my opponents have been drawing one prize card. I think Pearl works fine. Is there actually any bugs from this new set release? Is anything bugged?